Hello, hi everyone. Good morning.
Good
Good
morning.
morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Okay, so let's start the session today. So we'll be starting with the topic called a special procurement from today. So let me give a brief on that. So till now, what we have seen is a normal procurement, a standard procurement. So if you remember, we discussed regarding the item category long back when we discussed regarding P2P cycle. There we said that we have different types of procurement. One is standard and others are special procurement. So under special procurement, we have different types of procurement. One is the stock transfer. One is subcontracting. One is consignment. And one is third party. And we also have the pipeline. Okay, so these are the different types of procurement what we have in SAP. The initial one will be standard procurement. Apart from standard procurement, we have these different types of procurement. One is stock transfer, one is subcontracting, consignment, third party, and the pipeline. So if I give just a brief, stock transfer is nothing but transferring the material from plant to plant. If one plant need material, other plant can request. Subcontracting is nothing but just getting the work done. Just getting the work done. You're not buying, you are just getting the work done from them. Like, for example, manufacturing. Okay. Consignment, without paying, you are keeping the stock in the warehouse. That is, without paying, you're keeping the stock with you. Okay. Third party is nothing but vendor directly delivering to customer. Okay. And the pipeline is the getting the material through a pipeline. So these are the different types of special procurement. So for each and every procurement, so we don't have the pipeline now. No one uses pipeline. SAP has stopped implementing pipeline. If we exclude the pipeline, we still have 4 different types of special procurement. In these 4 different types of special procurement, this third party goes with the sales and distribution. This is handled by sales and distribution. We also call this shipment as drop shipment. So third party is completely handled by sales and distribution, and it is also called as drop shipment. So these 3 are different types of procurement which comes under procurement. And we'll be seeing how to do this and how to achieve this, how to do the configuration of those things together. In special procurement, most of the procurement does not have the configuration. It completely depends on the master data. The settings, the development will be done at the level of master data. For STO, you need to do the config as well as master data. If any of the thing is not working, then you should check both configuration and the master data. Okay. So today we'll be discussing completely regarding the STO, which is stock transfer process. Okay. So if I quickly jump to today's topic, the stock transfer. So stock transfer are of different types. We have multiple or different type of stock transfer. So for example, let me take a simple example. You have plant A. You have plant B. Now think that plant B has a requirement of material M1, and this material needs to be actually produced from supplier. Okay, but the plant B does not have much time, so they are planning to get the material from plant A. This plant A has the material M1 and they also have the stock of 100 pieces. They need only 10 pieces and the 100 pieces are in stock for plant A. So here plant B will place a requirement to plant A. Now you have to listen very carefully here. When plant B is placing a requirement to plant A is going to be the supplying plant. Okay, so plant A would be supplying this material M1 to plant B. First, they will place a requirement. Then plant A will supply the goods to plant B. Okay, in this case, when plant B is placing a requirement to plant A is called as supplying plant, or plant A is also called as a vendor. Anyone supplying the goods to the plant are called as vendor. Okay, so here now plant B is acting as a customer because plant B is requiring the material. You need to understand this vendor and customer concept. Whoever is requiring the material, whoever is requesting the material are called as customer. Whoever is sending the material are called as vendor. Okay, we can call also this as a receiving plant. Okay, so this process where plant B is placing an order to plant A. So now this transaction from plant A to plant B for material M1 is called as the stock transfer. Okay, so here when I say this is a stock transfer, whenever we are going to transfer the material from plant A to plant B, so plant B is requesting the material, so it is called as receiving plant. Plant A is going to send the material, so it is supplying plant. So supplying plant is called as vendor and the receiving plant is called as customer. Right, so this is a simple stock transfer. And when I speak about stock transfer, there are multiple ways or multiple scenarios in stock transfer. That depends on business. So whenever business gives you an example or business tell their requirement, we need to modify the stock transfer process into different scenarios. So here, as I mentioned, this is a simple stock transfer from plant A to plant B within the inventory management. Okay. Now, if I speak regarding multiple types of stock transfer, you have one-step transfer, two-step transfer, and you can do an STO. You can do STO with delivery. And you can do STO with delivery and invoice. Now, what are these? So these are the different types of transfer. These are not different types of STOs. These are different types of transfer between SAP. So first thing, I mentioned here you can do one-step transfer. Second thing, I mentioned that you can do two-step transfer. So what is this one step and two step? So one step is nothing but these both are done through a transfer posting. These are not STO, these are transfer posting. So in the last class, we discussed regarding the inventory management. In the inventory management, we discussed what is stock, what is transfer posting. All the movement types starting from 3 series and some movement types which are starting from 4 series are going to be transfer posting. Transferring the material from one storage location to another storage location, transferring the material from one plant to other plant, transferring the material from one stock type to other stock type. So these are called as the transfer posting. And we also said that whenever we do transfer posting, there is only a material document, no accounting document. There is no money getting transferred between plant to plant, only the stock getting transferred. If I speak in finance perspective, only BSX is getting posted, no WRX. Only you have the material document, no accounting document. No accounting document, only material document. So that is the concept of stock. Sorry, that is the concept of transfer posting. Okay, the first two, what I mentioned, is coming under transfer posting. When we do this, you're going to use the movement type 3 series and some 4 series. Only material document, no accounting document. Okay, now if I come and speak regarding one step and two step transfer, whenever you request a material from plant A to plant B, so plant A to plant B, okay, plant B is requesting material from plant A. So what they do is they place an request. When you place a request, this plant A will issue the goods. Will issue the goods. Whenever they issue the goods, they don't want to receive it. It will auto get received. When this is getting auto received, then this is one step. Because we are just issuing the goods and this is auto received. Second case. Same requirement is placed. Transfer is happening. Plant B is requesting material from plant A. Plant A will issue the goods and plant B should receive the good manually. So this part is called two-step. One here, plant B is requesting material from plant A. Plant A is issuing the goods to plant B. This is one step. Okay, and the receiving is happening auto-received. Means the goods receipt is happening automatically. Here in the two-step, issue is one step, receive is second step. Two-step is done manually. So why I'm speaking regarding this one step and two step here is in STO also, you can have this option called one step and two step. Whenever a receiving plant or a customer plays an STO to the receiving plant, or receiving plant is placing an STO to supplying plant, when supplying plant receives the order, supplying plant will do the goods issue. Now receiving plant can do the goods receipt or it can be automated. When you're automating it, that is one step. When you're doing it manually, then it is two step. This is the configuration part. In the configuration, you can handle this. If anyone asks, can we have one step stock transfer in STO? Yes, we can have, and that can be configured or that can be controlled in the configuration. What is the use of one step? The manual goods receipt is going to avoid there. As soon as the goods issue is done in supplying plant, the receiving plant goods receipt will be posted automatically. We don't want to do it manually. Okay. So third thing. Now comes the STO. In STO, we have three types. One is STO. One is STO with delivery. One is STO with delivery and invoice. STO. STO is nothing but stock transfer order. Stock transfer order. So what is the stock transfer order?
Venkatesh, sorry to interrupt. Can I just give an example for this two-step transfer, if possible?
Yeah. So let me take an example. Okay, let me take this example. Now, assume that there is a technician and technician is working in the trucks. Let me take this automobile industry. Automobile industry with spare part and service. So normally what happens if there is any truck which gets repaired, the person will call the factory and tell that my truck is repaired, send me a technician. And the technician will go for the service. When he go to do the service, he found that he need a spare part. The part which is damaged is in the warehouse. So he need to get the part from the warehouse, but he cannot go. So what happens? He also does not have an access to SAP. He is going to request from third-party tool. So requisition is raised from third-party tool, and that requisition will go to SAP, and SAP or the warehouse person will understand that this technician need this spare part, and he will issue the goods doing a goods issue. And the material will be transported to the technician who is at the site. But here, the technician does not have the access to SAP. So how he is going to do the goods receipt? So in these cases, we can use this one step. So as soon as the goods issue is done at the supplying warehouse, the goods receipt will be automatically posted by the system, saying that the goods is in transit and it will reach technician in some time and it will auto post the goods receipt. That is one step. Two step is if technician is having an access to SAP, then as soon as he receives the goods, he can post the goods receipt manually. So that is two step. So this can be the example.
Okay. So manually, in the sense, it will be done by the technician, and here auto received is this like the warehouse person.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. There was a question. Let me take some questions here if anyone has any questions.
Hi Venkatesh, good morning.
Yes.
What difference will it make in one step and two step? Anyway, it's receiving. What major difference will it make it in the business?
Major difference is if you're going with two step, you are getting a confirmation from the receiver stating that the material is received. Confirmation from supplier, from receiver. If you go with one step, then you will not have the confirmation from technician. You are auto posting the goods receipt. The material might reach technician or might not reach technician. In system, it is saying that it is reached, but I don't know physically it is reached or not in one step. In two step, I have a confirmation that it is reached the technician. So if business is okay with not knowing the material is reached technician or not, they will go with one step. And if business need to get confirmed that material has been reached to the technician only, then I'll pass this goods receipt. Then you can go with two step. So that is the difference.
Okay, thank
Mm, Venkatesh, which one is the safest and
Two-step.
regularly using by?
Two-step is the safest, but in some situations, one-step should be used.
And commonly used by companies?
Two-step.
Okay.
Any more questions?
So today completely it is STO front end and back end, Venkatesh.
Sorry?
Today the topic completely is about STO front end and back end.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. If no questions, then let me move forward. So coming to STO, now we discuss regarding the transfer posting. Why I discussed is that is a part of STO also. I'll show you where it is used. And now coming to STO. STO is nothing but stock transfer order. And we have three types of STOs. One is STO, just STO, where your warehouses are nearby. It is just beside building. One building is one plant and the other building is other plant. Or one building is one store location, the other building is other store location. In that case, when I place an STO, I can just take the material from the beside building. Then coming to the second, STO with delivery. STO with delivery is where the warehouses are in different location. So I need to include the transport here. If I want to include the transport here, then you need to use STO with delivery. Normally, in most of the cases, we will be using STO with delivery. We will not be using only STO. If it is just an STO, I'll be using transfer posting. But you have an option to use just an STO, but instead of doing STO, we can do transfer posting. That is the reason STO with delivery is mostly used, because if you want to transfer the material from one plant to other plant, which is in other place or other state or other country also, then we go with STO with delivery. And STO with delivery is going to be used when the plants are in same company code. When plants are in same company code, then we use STO with delivery. Okay. Then we have the third one, STO with delivery with invoice. When the plants are in different company code, then we use STO with delivery with invoice. Okay, so stock transfer with delivery with invoice is used in most of the international cases. That depends on the scenario which business gives us. Okay, so now let me quickly jump to the STO. So we discussed regarding what is an STO, a simple flow, and also we discussed regarding one step and two step, and we discussed what are the different types of STOs. Now, if we come to the main picture, how many types of transfer can we do in STO? So first one is the transfer posting. We discussed this. Okay. Then we have the intra-company STO, or you can call it intra-company transfer or intra-company STO. Then we have the intercompany STO. Then we have the intercompany sales. Okay, so now what is this different types of STOs we have? So first thing, transfer posting. So transfer posting, I already said, if you need to transfer the material from one plant to other plant or one store location to other store location, if you just need a material document, if you don't want the accounting document, then you can go with the transfer posting. Okay, then you have the intercompany sales. This is completely under SD. I'll explain something regarding this, but I'll not show this in system. Okay, so here, when you want to work on transfer posting or STOs, here only consultant is not sufficient. We need a lot of consultant to work here. So normally for STO, you need consultant, SD consultant, you need a FICO consultant, and you also need an warehouse management consultant. Okay, so why we need these many consultants? In some cases, we also need PP consultant. Why we need so many consultants? So as I said, we have a requirement coming from the receiving plant, and supplying plant is going to deliver the goods. If it is a regular scenario, as I mentioned, plant B has a requirement and plant A is supplying the goods, then we don't need so many consultants. If the requirement is a bit huge, let's say plant A needs to manufacture. So assume that plant A is your manufacturing plant. And this manufacturing plant is keep on manufacturing the material and storing it. And the remaining plants who all are there, every time they need to get the material from here. Assume that in a factory, you have one section which is completely doing a manufacturing, and all the plants are dependent on that manufacturing plant to get the materials for their assembling. So manufacturing plant is manufacturing the spare parts, all the other parts, and these plants are assembling it, just assembling it. So what happens? These plants will place an STO to this plant and get the spare parts and start assembling. In this case, plant A is completely doing the manufacturing that depends on the production planning. So you need production planning. Plant A is doing the complete manufacturing and storing it in the warehouse. So you need warehouse management. Whenever the material is getting transferred from plant A to plant B, the amount is also getting transferred. Then whenever there is an amount coming into picture, then it is an FICO consultant coming into picture. Okay, now whenever these plants are getting the material from this plant, this is supplying, this is receiving. When I say receiving, it is customer. This is a vendor. So when we discussed regarding the business partner, we said that vendor is completely handled by consultant. The customer is completely handled by SD consultant. So customer is buying it. Vendor is selling it. Whenever the selling part comes, you have the sales people coming in. Whenever the buying part comes, then the consultant comes into picture. So you will have a lot of configuration done from these two consultants. And some part of configuration is done in WM, and this part is normally done. So this is automatic account determination. If you're doing automatic account determination configuration, then it is covered. Then some configuration is coming under WM, and the major configuration comes under MMNSD. Okay, now let's discuss step by step. First scenario. Let me see if my slides have. I have enough slides. 1 second. I'll share my screen. Okay. Now let's take, as I mentioned, let's take step by step. Now plant A and plant B. Okay. Now, when this plant A and plant B belongs to same company code, if this is also in the company code 1, this is also in company code 1. If these both are in company code 1,
Venkatesh,
yes.
your screen is not visible.
I just shared. One second, let me reshare it. Confirm me back once it is visible.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So let me take a simple scenario here, because I mentioned that we have different types of STOs here, intra-company STO, intercompany STO. So what are these? So if plant A and plant B is requesting the material and plant A is sending the material. In this case, if these both plants are in a single company code, in that case, this case is called as intra-company STO, a single company code. The material transport should be there between single company code, then it is called as intra-company STO. Okay, if plant A belongs to company code 1, plant B belongs to company code 2. If you're transferring the material from one company code to other company code, sorry, from one plant to other plant, but belongs to different company code, then this is called as intercompany STO. So this is the difference. If both the plant A and plant B belongs to same company code, then it is called as intra-company STO. If both plant A and B belongs to different company code, then it is called as intercompany STO. Okay, then we have the intercompany sales. Even intercompany sales also comes in the same picture. If you don't want to do the transfer, if you want to sell the material from plant A to plant B, then intercompany sales comes into picture. This is completely handled by salespeople. We don't have any scope there. When you're going to transfer the material from one plant to other plant, if plant A and plant B are in single company code, that is called as intra-company STO. If you're going to transfer the material from one plant to other plant, where the plants are in different company code, then we have this intercompany STO. Okay. Any questions still here?
This intercompany STO would be applicable to companies belonging to same group, right?
Sorry.
This intercompany STO,
Mhm.
is it applicable to companies belonging to same group, two different companies?
Yes, for example, if you have Reliance, one company code is Reliance Mart and one company code is Reliance Trends. So you have Trends is moving faster. Whatever stock you have in Reliance Trends is moving faster. But in Reliance Mart also you have the same stock, but that is not moving. In that case, Reliance Trends can request material from Reliance Mart. Both are in same entity, but named as different company code.
Okay. And this is applicable to different companies also, right? Totally
Yes.
different.
Yes. Give me a minute, I'll be back. Yes, I'm back. The questions? Okay. If no questions, then I'll move forward. Okay. So let me take a scenario. Okay. So if we take a scenario, in SAP, if I'm going to create an STO, think that I'm going to create an STO which is stock transfer order. I will do a delivery. So let me do it like this. So when we are working on special procurement, the terminology gets changed to the standard procurement. In standard procurement, you have the PR. This PR gets converted to PO. You receive the order confirmation. You receive the goods from vendor, so you do goods receipt. Then the invoice gets posted. Then the payment happens. This is a standard flow. But coming to stock transfer requisition, you have three flows. One is there is an STR. Then this STR is nothing but stock transfer requisition equal to purchase requisition. This gets converted to STO. Then STO reaches the supplying plant. Supplying plant will do the goods issue. Okay. Then goods received is going to happen in the receiving plant. Then you're closing the case. Okay, this is one step. Not one step, one process. It will get confused again. So next is you have STR, which is stock transfer requisition. You place an STO against that. Against STO, there is a delivery getting created, which is called as an outbound delivery. Okay. Against this delivery, the goods issue happens. Okay. After goods issue has happened, in the receiving plant, they again create a delivery. This is called as inbound delivery. This is optional. because inbound delivery comes only in the case of EWM. If there is no EWM, then if you're doing just with IM, then this doesn't come. You do the goods receipt and close. Okay. Then you have the last case. You have STR. You convert this to STO. We create a delivery, which is an outbound delivery. Then the supplying plant will put a goods issue. When supplying plant posts goods issue, parallelly they create an invoice. Then this will go to the receiving plant. They create the inbound delivery. Then the goods receipt happens. As there is an invoice coming in, the payment also happens here. This invoice gets posted. I can call it invoice receipt, and the payment happens. Okay, so this is a regular STO process. This is an STO with delivery. This is STO with delivery and invoice. This STO with delivery with invoice comes only in case when the material is getting transferred from company code 1 to company code 2. This comes in case of when company code 1 to company code 1. Plant to plant within same company code, plant to plant within different company code. Plant to plant within same company code, you have STO with delivery. Plant to plant within different company code is STO with delivery and invoice. Okay, now when you do just STR or when you do just normal STO flow and an STO with delivery flow, in this case also, there is amount getting transferred, accounting entries is getting created. Let me ask you a question now. Take this case, not that case. Any case is fine. This case or this case. When is the financial posting getting posted? When is the financial posting happening? At what step? So first thing is there a financial posting happening here? When I say financial posting, is the amount getting debited and amount getting credited here or not? First thing. If amount is debiting and crediting, when is the amount getting transferred from plant to plant? Can someone answer? You have seen the goods receipt part. You have seen goods issue part individually. In the inventory management, I have showed you how to do the goods receipt and also the accounting entries. You guys have seen the goods issue part and even the accounting entries individually. Now, when this goods receipt and goods issue is getting combined, can someone tell at what level is a financial posting happening?
When it is for same plant, same company, no need of financial posting. But when it's for with different company codes, it depends on the payment cycle.
No, that
It may
I'm
be
asking
done
about the
like
payment when the payment is happening. My question is just when the financial postings are applying. Okay, let me make it more simple. When the BSX
when the
is
company
getting
codes
triggered,
are
in
when the company
what
codes are
transaction? In what transaction the BSX is getting triggered?
once the goods are received.
When the goods are received. Okay. Any more?
I mean, when the delivery, outbound delivery is done, then the invoice will be done.
Sorry, when the outbound delivery is created, then you mean to tell that the entries are
Yeah,
generated.
yeah.
Here it is a goods receipt. Here it is a goods issue. So both are different transactions. Okay, you mean to tell in both the cases it happens or in only one case?
No, in one case, in delivery. When
When you mean
you issue
delivery,
the
is
goods,
this
when
step or this step?
it's goods issue.
Okay, it's a goods issue. Okay, so when you speak with STO with delivery, then the financial posting happens at the level of goods issue. Here you will have BSX with minus, BSX with plus. The only thing is the plant will get changed. Here, plant A, it is minus. In plant B, it is plus. And there is no entries in the goods receipt. There is no postings in the goods receipt. When I come to STO with delivery with invoice, here the stock gets minus and here the stock gets plus. If it is with different company code, then the financial posting happens at both the cases, goods issue and goods receipt. And when you're doing only with STO with delivery, then the posting happens at only one level. Okay, so this is how the financial postings are going to affect. Now, let's move. How can we show this STO in system? So when we want to show STO in system, there are two things. One is the configuration part. One is the master data point. So now let me do one thing. Let me list down the configuration part first, and then let's discuss regarding the front end part. If you guys have two plants in your company code, then avoid this first step. Normally, you need to create two plants because you're going to do a transfer posting from plant to plant, one plant to other plant. So you need to create two plants. Okay, then activate the material ledger, that is through OMX3, OMX1, and CKM start. Okay, then do the material type configuration, material type settings, not for configuration, material type setting. When I say material type settings, it is marking the quantity and value update. Because if you're creating two new plants and you're using a material type for creating materials, so that material type and your plant needs to have the quantity and value check. Okay, then do the automatic account determination. Okay, and when you're doing material type settings, you need to create two materials. I'll take that later. Okay, or let me take it right here itself. After you do so many, you're going to create two plants. You're going to activate the material ledger. You're going to do the material type settings, and you're doing automatic account determination. So these are the config, the basic config. Okay, in the enterprise structure. And then you need to extend plan to sales and distribution config. I'll show that, but this is a part of SD. Okay, and after you do this, you need to create the shipping point. You need to create the shipping point and assign the shipping point to the vendor and also plant. Okay, first create a shipping point, assign the shipping point to the vendor and plant, Then assign the shipping point to the planning. So these three will be done by the warehouse management or extended warehouse management consultant. Okay, so these are the important configuration steps. Any questions here? Any questions?
No one to be interested, I guess.
Okay. So I have two plans created. I'll use the same two plans, or if you need me to create a two plans, that is fine, I'll create it. So let me log into SAP. So STO is very complicated. You need to follow each and every step very carefully. If STO is not getting reflected in the purchase order, then we will not be able to find where is the issue exist. You need to start checking the complete configuration from scratch. Okay. So let me log into SAP. Okay, so let me go to the EC01 application. So this is my company code. Under my company code, I have a lot of plans. So let me take two plans, which is this STO3 and STO4. One is supplying plant and one is a receiving plant, STO3 and STO4. And let me also write down somewhere that is a supplying plant and receiving plant. Okay, so now let us go with the first check, create the two plans. Creation of two plans is already done. So when you're creating a plant, let me tell what all you need to do. Go to the logistics general, define the plant, STO3, this one and this one. Create your two plants from here by clicking new entries. Second thing, go to the assignment. And one more thing, when you're creating a plant here, you need to complete our enterprise structure. This plant is created individually. So assign this plant to the purchase org, assign this plant to the company code, and create the storage locations under that plant. So first thing, create the storage locations for that plant. So there are storage locations created. Okay, now go to the assignment. If you're creating two plants additionally, then assign that in your company code. So where to assign? Here. Assign plant to company code. Your plant should be assigned to your company code. So for example, STO3 is assigned to this company code, and STO4 is also assigned for this company code. So both the plants which are created are assigned to the company code. Okay, then also assign this to the purchase organization. So go to assign this to the purchase org. Plant is STO3. Let me search like this. Okay, it is not assigned. So for my plant, STO3 and STO4 is not assigned. So okay, it is assigned. You can see here. So if it is not assigned, then you need to assign this by clicking new entries. Okay, that is one. Now the important step comes. As we don't have the SD consultants here, we need to do SD part our own. We need to do SD part on our own. Like, go to sales and distribution under assignment, complete all these steps. Complete all these steps till here. So how to do it? First, go to this, create a sales organization. Okay, so here in the definition, go to sales and distribution, just create a sales organization, copy it, put the sales organization 1984 and put your own sales organization and create it. Okay, sales organization creation is very important here as we don't have the SD consultant. Okay, so when you do that, that will get reflected here. That will get reflected here. So against your sales organization, assign your company code. So I'm assigning my company code and I'm going to save it. This is the first step which is done by sales and distribution team. Second thing, go to the second node. There's assign distribution channel. Check if you have your sales org assigned. So for my sales organization, there are so many assigned. So do the same thing. Even you guys assign all the distribution channel to your sales organization. We'll keep clicking new entries. Okay. Then go to the division. Open your sales org. For division also I have 2, 0, 1, 0, 0 and 0, 0, 1. Assign these both. Okay. Click on new entries, put your sales org, put your division. Put your division as 0, 0 and 0, 1. Or if you're not confident, then do one thing, select these two lines, click on copy, just put your sales org and save. Okay. Then leave these three part. Okay, directly go to this part. You will have your sales org. For example, I have a sales org 1994 with the distribution channel 0, 0. Assign the plant. So now my sales org is 1984, distribution is 0, 0, and the plant is STO3. Okay. If it is not there, then we need to assign it. I have it here, this and this. Okay, so what I'm using, I need to use 1984 as a sales org and 01 as distribution channel. So let me take a stepping back. Because why we are doing this is, we are going to create the customers. We need to create the customer. That is the reason we are doing the sales config. For STO, you need the buyer and buyer instead of both. Vendor is created by and the customer is created by SD. So to create customer, these are the configuration which we need to do. So after you do all this, then we are good with SD configuration. Okay, then I spoke regarding something regarding the shipping point. So shipping point, you will be able to find it over here. that is under logistics. Okay, you will see define shipping point. Under logistic execution, shipping point, execute. Okay, if you want, you can create any shipping point, but I'm not creating it. Someone has deleted my shipping point also. Let me do one thing, let me create it, or let me copy it. Okay, I copied it. Create a shipping point like this and go to assignment, go to logistic execution, open a shipping point, and here you will be able to see your shipping point coming here, 1994. Select this and click on assign. Okay, what is the issue? Okay, there is already a shipping point here. It is created by me. So I have STO4 assigned. I don't have my STO4 here. So let me find where is STO4. So it is here. So where is it? It is here. Assigned. I'm taking this and assigning to the I don't see my shipping point coming. Okay, let me leave it aside. Okay, so what I did here is a standard basic configuration. Creating a plant is basic. Assigning that to a purchase org, creating store location, all those things are basic. And the newly what I introduced is creating the sales organization. Sales organization, creating a sales organization is same as the creating purchase organization. So I created it over here. If you are not confident, copy it, directly copy it. Or do one thing, while creating a plant, copy a plant from my plant. So all the things what I have will get copied to your plant. You don't want to do anything additionally. But the check is very important. If you're doing everything, you need to check manually if everything is assigned properly or not. Now, if you see here, when I went to the assignment of my sales org, the company was different. I changed it manually. So copy from my plant itself directly, but make a manual check. Okay. So we are done with creating the plant. We are done with all the assignments and also done with the shipping point assignment. Now, what is the question is, we need to see how is the material type settings. To see material type settings, you need to go to OMS2, or you can also go with the navigation, go to logistics general, open the material master, basic settings, and from there you can come to here. So what is the material type we are using? We are using ZM45, I guess. For this ZM45, check if the quantity and value is updated or not. I'm not doing any configuration newly here. I'm just adjusting the configuration. I'm just adjusting the configuration based on my requirement. So material type, creation of material type, we have seen this. But why we are here is to just update the quantity and value update. So our plant is STO3. It is here, it is enabled. And for STO4 also it is enabled. Okay, it is fine for me. I'm saving it. Okay. If so much is done, we are done with the master data configuration. Now we need to go to the in-depth configuration. Before we go in-depth configuration, material configuration is done. The master data complete configuration is done. So let us create the master data and come and do the remaining configuration. Before that, any questions here with the master data configuration? I have just done the enterprise structure configuration and the master data configuration here. Any questions? Let me repeat everything. So we created two plans. For those two plans, we created the store education, that is an enterprise structure. Post that, we checked if that plant is assigned to the purchase firm or not. Then we created the SD configuration for that, creating a sales organization. Okay, if you have no idea or if you don't want to do the sales configuration, I prefer you guys to copy the plant, which is my plant, 1984. Then everything will get reflected automatically in your plant. But if you're copying, make a check if everything is looking fine or not. Because my plant also someone might modify.
Just a question, Venkatesh. Do we have to assign the purchase or like same purchase organization to those two plans that we have created, or it should be different?
That depends on you. If your business says that, if in a business scenario, if business is saying that I want to get two plans created, I want to do an STO between two plans, but for these two plans, my purchase org should be different. In that case, you need to create one more purchase org and assign it. If business is okay with using the same purchase org, then it is, you can go directly and assign those, what is already there. That depends on the business case.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, thank you.
Any more questions?
Venkatesh, if it is okay, can you please repeat how to copy that sales distribution?
Yes. So here in the definition, go to the sales and distribution, and you have an option called create copy check of sales organization. Copy. Click on this copy. So how you create the company code? Same way. Click on copy org object. Put my sales org 1994 and create any sales org which you need. So system will ask for you all the options. So go with the system settings. No. And this is getting copied. And if you save, then this gets created.
So sales organization can be anything. It is of my choice. There is no specific
Yes.
number,
Yes.
range, or limit. Okay. Venkatesh, you are there?
Yes. Any more questions? Okay, if no questions, then I'll move with the master data, creation of master data. So I'll create two materials. Okay, I'll create one material and extend it to two plants. So I'm using the material type ZM45 because I have enabled the quantity and value update for this material type. If you want to use any other material type, then you need to enable this. So basic data, sales data, purchasing, general plant, and the accounting org level. So put your plant STO3, store location, sales org is 1994, and the distribution channel is 01 or 00. So it should be 01. Put this, click on OK, then start creating a material. So this is a STO material. Preset of measure is each, or anything is fine for me. Now, coming to sales org. You are viewing this tab newly. We have not used this before. Okay, but we have to start using this. Now in the sales org 1, the division is important. The division needs to be filled, but someone has marked this as suppressed. So we're going to remove this. So let me go to the configuration. Reference, logistics general, material master, field selection, maintain the field selection. First, we need to check if the field is suppressed or if the field is not mandatory. First thing what we need to check is we need to check what is the field name. As I mentioned, we have 3000 fields in SAP and we'll not be able to identify it. So you can come to the technical information and take this data. Go to the config, find it over here. Check it is done in the client level. It is done in the client level. So I'm removing it and saving it. I'm showing this all things faster because you have already seen this. Okay, now this material is no more valid. I'll cancel this, create a new one. Basic data, sales data, purchasing, general plan and accounting. Level. Okay. Sales data. Now here in the sales data, the division is very, very important because in the config, we have assigned an important assignment here. Let me show that also. In the enterprise structure, when we go to assignment, in the sales and distribution, we have done this last step. So here you have this sales org, distribution channel assigning to your plant. But where did we assign the division? The division is assigned here. For your sales org, you have only two divisions. So whenever you're going to maintain the sales view, sales has three sections. One is sales organization, one is the distribution channel, one is the division. Sales run their organization with these three combinations. So when we try to create a material, we enter the sales view, sales organization, we enter the distribution channel, but we do not enter the division. So you can enter the division here. Okay. Then the important thing is if you want a taxable, then click on taxable. If you want tax, then put a tax exempt. put all zeros. Okay. In this tab, this is very, very important. You should and must have the division. Okay. Then coming to the sales order 2. Here, the general item category is very important. So what type of material it is? It is a make to order or to make to stock, third party order. For us, it is a normal order now. So I will take NORM, which is normal. Okay, normal is nothing but standard item. Okay. Same thing needs to be maintained in your basic data 1 also. Item category group also maintain NORM. Okay. In the basic data, you will have this NORM coming automatically. We discussed this field also in the material master session. Okay. So I filled normal material. I filled normal material. Here, nothing more important. I'll go to general plant. Here we have a lot of things. So here, the availability check. This availability check is in sales terminology. So this availability check will check when the material will be available to supply. It is going to do a lot of calculations. If there is any stock available, if there is no stock, then if there is any open PO available. So if there is an open PO, when the stock is going to come to the warehouse, and based on that, it will calculate all the dates of the inward, of the outward, everything, and give you a specific date. So availability check plays a very, very important role in STU, but this is done by the SD consultant. Okay, as of now, I'll just take a standard 01. Now, these two fields are very, very important. So remember this screen. Let me do one thing. Let me take this into Word. Because what all values you maintain in your master data, the same should reflect in your configuration also. So here, I'm going to maintain the transportation group 0001, which is the road, on pallet. You can use anything, but remember what you're using. Okay. And the loading group also, I'll be taking the crane 0001, and availability group check is 01. So let me take a screenshot of this because this is very, very important. So I'm marking over here. Availability check is 01. Transportation group is 0001. And the loading group is 0001. Okay. Click enter. Profit center. Purchasing, I don't want anything. Plant, I don't want anything. Accounting, I'll do evaluation class. Check the material ledger is activated or not. Put the price and save. So this is the material number. In STO3. Okay, and the same material what we created here, you should extend this to the other plant also. So put the material number here, enter, select the views. If you're not able to see your views, then go to the material type settings and change your views and come back. Okay, now it is STO4. Okay, keep everything as same. Just check if all the information are filled, which I mentioned. So division is filled, tax exempt is filled, NORM is filled, NORM is filled. Here the availability check is not filled, enter it. Loading group is not filled, enter it. Apart from this, valuation class, the price, yes. So this material also got extended to this plant. Okay, so these are the master data for you now. Material master is done. Now we need vendor and customer to be created. So I'll go to BP. In BP, as I said, first you need to create the business partner and then convert that to vendor or customer. Okay, 1 second. Organization, grouping. I'll be using BP02, which is standard. Someone has changed it. Guys, please don't change the standard definitions. Keep the definitions as standard, because that will lead to a confusion when I'm creating. I'll be using most of the standards. Okay, now BP02 is BP02. Where is BP02? Here. So BP02 is an internal number. BP03 is an external number. So if you want to enter, if I want to enter an external, I'll be using BP03. So I want system to generate a number, so I'll give BP02. Okay, so I'll select this. This is an STO supplying plant. Okay, supplying plant. Click enter. Give the basic information. Postal code. Scroll down to the language and save it. Okay, BP got created. As I mentioned, it is a supplying plant. Supplying plant means vendor. So I'll extend this to vendor. FLVN00. Okay. Now, in FLVN00, I need to enter check. Coming fine. I'll go to company code. Put my company code. A reconciliation account. Apart from this, I don't want anything here. Disable it. Okay. Now I'll go to FLVN01. Purchasing. My purchase order currency. Okay, general data. Here now, come to vendor general data. Here you will have an option called the plant. So here you need to enter your supplying plant. You need to enter your supplying plant. So what is the supplying plant? It is STO3. So STO3 is already assigned in other supplier, and to remove that and come assign back here. So I'll go to SFlow BP 957. No. Okay. Let's save this. Now I will put the plant here, STO3. So it's not taking. Let me do one thing. Let me save it, then go back and come inside. So this is my BP. Okay, I'm saving it. So this is the thing what you need to do first in the vendor. Okay, and if you want to fill anything more, you can fill. That is not an issue. Okay, now this is my vendor. A vendor, or it is supplying plant, which is STO3. Okay. In the same way, create the customer also. When you're creating customer, please use the standard number. So use the BP02. Okay. So STO receiving plant. I'll show only the only difference what you need to maintain. Language. Save it. Okay. Now what you need to do is, instead of selecting FLVN00, select FLCU00. Okay. Use only BP02 as your BP grouping. Okay. Go to customer general data. You'll be able to put an external number. So if you want to find the external number, so here its system will show. So take something from here. 199. Okay, I'm taking this. This is my customer. Okay. So here, go to company code. Put your company code. Put the reconciliation account. And save. It is same as creating the vendor. Okay. Now I'll go to FLCU01. So here, some data may change. Go to general data. Check your customer number. Nothing is important here. Go to sales and distribution. Now here you need to enter the combination what we created. So our sales organization is 1994, distribution channel is 01, and the division is 00. This combination is very, very important. Okay. Check if anything is mandatory here. Fill only mandatory things. Okay. Go to shipping. In the shipping, put the delivering plant. Who is the delivering plant for you? STO3 is the delivering plant. Okay. Put the shipping condition. So shipping condition is nothing but how are you going to ship? So I'll put 01 here. Okay. Apart from this, I don't have anything. Come to billing. In the billing, put everything is tax exempted. Come to partner function. You have all your partner functions and save. That's it. So now what we did, we created two materials. We created one vendor, one customer. Okay. Any questions till now? Okay. If no questions, now I'll go to the configuration page. So next configuration is under purchasing. Go to purchasing. Under purchasing, go to purchase order. Here you will see the STU. Okay. Here you see STO. Here you will be able to see all the configuration which are there in the system. Okay. So first, let me go to the first config, expand this. So these are the configuration for STOs. Okay. First, go to the defined shipping data to the plants. See who is your supplying plant. Your supplying plant is STO3. Here, open this. Okay. Remember this very, very carefully. In supplying plant, you should enter your sales or distribution channel and division. In receiving plant, you should not enter that. Okay, in supplying plant, you should enter sales org, distribution, all those things. You should not enter anything in the customer, leave it blank. Supplying plant, sorry, in customer number is blank. Sales org, distribution channel, and the division is mandatory because he is supplying plant. If he is supplying plant, he is a vendor. He is not a customer. So I'm keeping this as a blank. Okay, I'm saving this. Okay, go back. You don't want to enter anything new entries here. All the plants which are created in system will be here. So STO4. Now this is your receiving plant. In receiving plant, enter the customer number what we created. So what is the customer number we created? This is a customer number. And remove the sales org. All these things. In receiving plant, you should have only the customer number. In supplying plant, you should have all these things. Okay, save. First configure. Second thing, if you want to create a checking rule, you can create it. But checking rule is very, very important because that decides how is the material is searching, how the system is searching the material. So as of now, I'm not going to create it. So if you remember, I took a screenshot when I'm filling a sales and distribution or sales view in the material master. There was an option called availability check. So if I go to this screen, you can see availability check. So what you are creating using a material, that should be here. Or if you want to create a new, create it. But when we are creating an availability check, this need to be discussed with sales and distribution and create it. For example, if I show this, here system is telling that when I'm checking the stock availability, include the safety stock also. Include the previously created STOs. For example, I have an STO now. The sales run an availability check and system will tell that there is a stock. Assume that there is only 10 pieces in the warehouse. One STO is raised for 10 pieces and the sales and distribution is telling that the 10 pieces are available. Again, I'm going to create one more STO with 10 pieces again with the same material. And if I run the availability check for that, then even for that STO, system will tell 10 pieces are available because the 10 pieces which are in stock is not getting committed to the STO. To get that committed, these are the things which we need to do. It should fall under reservation. If system should check if the material which is in the stock is falling under reservation or not. The material which is in the stock is going to be a sales requirement or not. It is having an open delivery or not. So if you enable all this, system will check for these 10 pieces, is there any sales order available? Is there any reservation available? So it is going to check everything. And then if it is there, then it will not commit. So this is not only an MM decision, this is also the sales and distribution decision. Okay, this is availability check. So I'm taking 0, 1 as an availability check. Now here, configure delivery type and availability check. Here, you have some positions. Document type. I forgot to mention this. This is very important. The document type used for intra-company STO or intra-STO is UB. Okay. And for intercompany STO, you can use any document type. Okay. Search if you have your plant here. If you don't have, create a new one. Document type is UB. Supplying plant is STO3. I have an entry. For this entry, the delivery type. The delivery type for STO is NL. NL is the delivery type for intra-STO. When the material is getting transferred from plant to plant within same company code, then it is NL. If the material is getting transferred from plant to plant but in different company code, then it is NLCC. Okay. For intercompany STO, it is NLCC. If it is for intra-company STO, then it is NL. If I show for intercompany, you will see NLCC. This is for intercompany, where the plant belongs to different company code. NL is used when the plant is with single company code. Any questions here? This is very, very important, the configuration part. Okay, then this is the checking rule. Checking rule, we are using standard B. So B is nothing but delivery. We are using standard one. Save it. Now, here we have the last configuration, which is, are you going to do one step or two step? For example, your supplying plant is ST03, receiving is ST04. For this plant combination, we are telling it should be one step. If I say one step, then goods issue is manual, goods receipt is automated. So let me test that in the testing cycle. Okay, I'm saving it. This is the MM configuration. Any questions in MM configuration before I move to warehouse management configuration? Okay. So I close MM configuration. I go to the logistics configuration, which is extended warehouse management. Here, did I miss anything? No, not in logistic execution. In logistic execution, go to the shipping tab. Under shipping, go to basic shipping function. So here you will have some shipping point determination. This is only one configuration which they do. So open this and define your shipping conditions. So this shipping condition, again, I need to remember you, these are the shipping conditions which I entered in the customer master. If I go to customer master, BP, so customer number. So your configuration values should match your configuration value. So this is a receiving plant, customer, sales and distribution. Here you see shipping condition. The value what you enter here, that should match here. Okay. Now I go to the main thing is this. Where is this? Here I have the loading group. Here. So here you need to assign your shipping condition with the loading group. If you remember in the material master, when I created material, I said this is very, very important. The loading group what I selected is 0001. And in the customer, I have 01 shipping condition. So these both needs to be mapped in the configuration. So here 01 is your shipping condition, 0001 is your loading group. Check if it is there for your plant or not. You have it here with the blank. Okay. Do you have it for 01? You have it here. Okay. And save it. and go. This is a configuration what we are going to do for this configuration done by warehouse management people. Okay, now we are done with all the configurations. Now let's go and create an STU. So first thing, for STU, as I mentioned, we will be using the document type UB. Let me show the difference. When you are in NB, system will ask you to enter the supplier number. Okay, when you select UB, system will ask you to put the supplying plant. So my supplying plant is STO3. My purchase order is same. Company code is same. Put the material. Plant is STO4. Okay, so when you put this plant, let me show the difference again. Here in the item tab, you have material data, quantity and weight, delivery schedule, delivery invoice, text, all these things which are similar for you. As soon as I put STO4, a shipping tab will come into picture. Shipping tab. So this tab is very, very important. If this tab is not coming, then the configuration what you guys have done, you missed something. If you see here, the delivery type NL, this we assigned in the configuration. Shipping point, this also we assigned in the configuration. Shipping condition, it is coming from customer master. 0001, 0001 is coming from your material. Customer, coming from your configuration. Sales org, distribution channel, division, coming from your customer. So what all configuration you have done, all the data should reflect in your shipping tab. If not, this will not work. Okay, so I'm raising for 10 kg. There is an availability check running. System is saying, in the plant from where you are requesting, this material does not have stock. How to check that? Select this, click on this availability check. This will take you to the different screen. So this will tell this material in this plant does not have any stock. Okay, so let me get that clarified from MMBE also. I don't have stock for this because this is a newly created material, it will not have. So let me do one thing, let me go to Miko and increase the stock. So I have many ways to increase the stock. I'll be doing it with 561. I'll increase 100 pieces. Where to increase? STO3. Let me adjust this OBYC settings. So system is telling that BSA, GBP. I don't want to explain this again because we have seen this error in automatic account determination. You want me to go through? In the chart of accounts 1984, the transaction key is GBP. I will go to GBP. Chart of accounts is 1984. Here, in this valuation grouping code, this is the valuation modifier. This is a valuation class. Okay. So A, B, C, D, BSA, S997, and the account. Okay. Check and post. Again, I have an issue in BSX. So in business, when you're working with business, if you're getting these type of errors, you will not be solving it. You will ask finance to solve it. S997. Again, the stock got increased. If I go to MMB and refresh, I have 100 pieces. Now, if I go to PO back, STO back, set in the material, run the availability check. Now, system is finding 100 quantity as stock, and it is ready to give 10 pieces to us. Okay, click on enter, go back and save it. So this is how the receiving plant will place an STO to the supplying plant. As soon as the STO is placed, the supplying plant will start issuing the goods. So we said that we will always use STO with delivery. So for goods issue, we should create the delivery. So to create the delivery, I'll keep this PO open like this to track. I'll go to this screen and put the transaction VL10B. So this is very, very important transaction. So we use this transaction VL10B to create an outbound delivery. Enter. Put the PO number. Check what is the delivery creation date. Put the delivery creation date here and execute. So this will show the PO number here. Select this, click on background. If there is no issue with any of the data, then it will create the delivery. If there is any issue, then it will throw an error. So as there is no issue, it has created a new line with green indicator stating that the delivery has been created. So how can we see the delivery? We can see the delivery in two ways. Select the line, click on this show or hide delivery. This will show you the delivery number. If you go inside this delivery, this is your outbound delivery. Okay, this material, I am requesting 10 pieces, 10 kg. It should get picked. Loading should happen and goods issue should be done. Goods issue is not done yet. If you wish to find the outbound delivery here, you can also find it from your purchase order or the STO. Just refresh your STO. You will have the purchase order history coming. Under this also you will have your outbound delivery. Okay. Now how to post the goods issue? To post the goods issue, open this outbound delivery as I already opened it here. Go to the change mode. If everything is fine, select the story location. Just click on post goods issue. Picking is not done. Go back, go to the picking, put the quantity. I'm picking 10 kg. Okay, pick and post. Enter the location. Somewhere the location is also missing. So let me check where is the location missing. Now I have the location everywhere. In picking also I have the location. Now not enter the location. All through an entry in the field is mandatory. Location. Where is the location? I have to search for this. So delivery quantity, description. Yeah, I have everything here. In the picking also I have the location entered. don't have anything here. The loading, I'll not find anything. Nothing here. The shipment, I have the location entered. Status overview. Goods movement data. I have the location entered here also, but where is the location missing? System is mentioning somewhere the location is missing. So let me do one thing. Let me delete this. So let me go to the PO. Let me enter this location. Okay. The issue was because we have one-step transfer here. When we have one-step transfer, as soon as I post goods issue, system should post a goods receipt. When system is trying to post a goods receipt, it is not finding the location. So I'll put SL01 here and save. Do the same case again. Now I'll be able to post. Execute. The background. Show right delivery. Edit mode. Store location SL01. Picked quantity is 10. I'll post. It got posted. The goods issue is done. Now if I go and refresh the purchase order, I have the goods issue. I just posted the goods issue, which is this, but the goods receipt is also coming because I have one step. Now let me do one thing. Let me deactivate that one step. Purchase order, STO, supplying plant is STO3, STO04. I'm deactivating this and saving it. Now I'll place the same PO, same STO. Now I'll do it for 20 pieces. Okay, I did not show one more thing to you guys. When the stock got transferred, initially I had stock of STO 300 pieces. If I refresh, the stock got 90 here. And if I remove the STO3 here and execute, I have 90 pieces in STO3 and 10 pieces in STO4. This is how we are going to transfer the stock from plant to plant with delivery. Okay, so now I'm going to create 20 pieces. I will quickly create a delivery for this. Good. Background. Delivery got created. Show I delivery. Okay, edit. Store location. Picking 20 pieces. I'm posting it. When I post now, it's just a goods issue. If I refresh my PO here, I see only the goods issue coming. System is asking to do a goods receipt manually because I have two-step activated there. So now if I go to this document and I need to post the GR manually. Here I have an outbound delivery. So if I come here, click on check and then post, only then system will post a goods receipt for me. So we have a GR. So this is the difference between one step and two step. Okay, so what we have done today is we have seen how to do a goods transfer from one plant to other plant with the configuration. So any miss, if you don't get the shipping tab here, you have missed something. If you get the shipping tab, then your flow is completely done. You will not find any error going forward. If you don't get the shipping tab in the purchase order or STU, then the STU config what you have done is wrong. Some issue when you have done the configuration. And we cannot specify where the issue is because the data is getting fetched from config, logistics configuration, business partner, material master, customer master. So when data is coming from so many places, when we say the shipping tab is not coming, we need to check all these places. Okay. Any questions?
Venkatesh, and live projects, if the stock is less, who will be updating the stock?
If the stock is less, then no one is going to update the stock. So if the stock is less, then procurement team should raise a request to supplier, get the stock from supplier, and then proceed with the posting. If it is a real business.
And what are topics we are left with, Venkatesh?
We are left with, I have shared a recent schedule to you, right?
Yeah.
You can check from that. And we are already one step ahead, I guess, one schedule ahead.
Okay.
So let me check the schedule. We are one step ahead with level 1. We are one step behind with level 2. So if you open the level 1 topic. So today is 7/13. So on 7/13, we should have covered the inventory management. We covered it last week. And we covered STO today. We have subcontracting. So 2 more weeks, not 2 more weeks. If this gets covered today, yeah, 2 more weeks. So 28 will be your last session.
Okay, subcontracting is still pending.
Yeah, that will cover tomorrow, 14th.
Okay.
14th I'll cover subcontracting. 13th we covered STO. Then 28th we'll try to cover the pricing procedure. 21st we'll cover the consignment. And 27th we will cover the MRP.
Okay.
And coming to level 2, today we should cover explore phase because we are one step behind because last week Sunday we didn't take the class.
Yeah.
So 13th we'll cover explore phase. 14th we'll cover realize phase. 28th we'll cover the cutover. 21 IDOC. 27th FS. 28th we are left with 28. So morning we'll cover GST. Evening we'll cover support tickets.
Okay.
So we are one step ahead in level 1, right? So we'll utilize that leftover gap here and cover at the same week. So 28th will be your last session.
Yeah, thank you.
Any more questions? Fine. No questions. Then we'll wrap up. Now I'll meet at evening to discuss regarding the explorers. If you have any questions, or if you're getting questions when you're practicing, please reach out to me directly so that we can discuss. Okay. Thanks. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Yes.